bank it's empty again. Better fill it up before I go. Cause I'm loving it, feeling it, touch me and being it. See what I see in it, I'm typical. Messing around with it, mix it up, go with it, flow with it, let it all go. Oh Lord, think you know what I'm like, but you don't fall, you lose control. Bittersweet melody when I dance on your fly. Cause I know what you don't, it is me you adore. Does it feel to breathe when you're dead? They never seen you out of your bed. Cut to.
Thanks for watching Football Over. Welcome to Football Overseas, your ultimate destination for thrilling sports content. Brace yourselves for an exhilarating journey through the world of football and beyond. We're more than just scoreline predictions and match analysis. Get ready for a diverse range of shows designed to ignite your passion for sports. Step into the action with our lineup of shows: Champions Crystal Ball for all UEFA tournaments, Premier League Game Month Show, La Liga Game Month Show, Libertadores Vision for Copa America and Copa Libertadores, Goal Plus Africa covering AFCON and African football, Harem B Stars Unleashed predicting Kenyan national football team matches, Eurovision for European tournaments, and the Football Debate Show, your go-to for the hottest debates. And that's not all. Dive into the excitement of NHL, NBA, NFL, T20 cricket, rugby sevens, and much more. Football Overseas is your hub for a wide range of sports. Football Overseas, where passion meets sports. Join us on this thrilling journey, subscribe, engage, and be part of the excitement. Buckle up for an adrenaline-pumping ride. The game is on. Stay tuned with Football Overseas, and let's celebrate the world of sports together.
Okay, big up guys, welcome to the channel. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to Football Overseas YouTube channel, and we're live for another live stream. Yeah, we're live for another live stream, and yeah, so this is Paranoia episode 9 January Transfer Windows show, and it is week 1 review. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll start with the first thing. That the first thing is this deal, the deal of where's my thing? Yeah, yeah. So we start with the first deal. That's the first deal is Tottenham to Inter Milan, Inter Miami. Is that really a good deal? Regulon, I know Regulon is not getting some game time at Tottenham, and yeah, so Regulon is not getting much game time at Tottenham, and now in his current position, is currently he's out of the club, and he has been out of the club for quite a long time. The last deal, last club he was in Tottenham. So basically like a free deal. Inter Miami is getting is it really a good rated player? Because I don't value Liguilon. I feel like Liguilon has devalued, and You know why my phone is lucky. Yeah, so I'm trying to load the thing up. Yeah, so currently right now Inter Miami has some good players at the left back position, which I'm trying to see. Come on, load up. So yeah, right now Leglon, yeah, Inter Miami has Jordi Alba. I think if Leglon, since Leglon is signing for Inter Miami, he'll most likely be a bench option behind Jordi Alba. But I think due to age, Jordi Alba is currently 36. Legrand might prosper, but I think it is too young for a signing like him to go to the USA at the age of 27, like finishing his career at the age of 27. In terms of career-wise move, I think that is a bad move. In terms of game time, he could get more game time at Inter Miami than he was getting at Tottenham because he was basically the third choice option and Inter Miami is the second choice option and mostly the first choice option because he's younger than Jordi Alba and Jordi Alba is aging and it's a smart move for Inter Miami. For Reguilon, it isn't a smart move for his age. And will he prosper at USA League? He could prosper. It would be a good move for him to revamp his career. It died after leaving Tottenham. He shouldn't have left Tottenham for on loan to Man United. But his career was already dying that young. He shouldn't have left Real Madrid. That's the thing that killed his career. Let me report the chat. Yeah, so in terms of for the club, it's a good move. In terms of not for the club, it's not a good move. For the player, it's not a good move. It is a short-term move, but there's a situation where Reguilon might find it harder to escape the MLS league because once you enter, it's harder to get out of the USA league unless you end up retiring there. And him moving to USA league at the age of 27 is basically killing his career. So it will be harder for him if he manages to revamp his career. That could be good, but less chances of him revamping his career to where he was before. So he basically killed his career. His career was basically dying, and for this move, rate it for the club. I'll rate it as 7 out of 10. For the player himself, I'll rate it as 6 out of 10. Yes. Now the next move is another move for to Inter Miami. That is the Paul to Inter Miami from Atletico Madrid. But yeah, so this is a move that was meant to happen long time ago. I think yeah, so this move was meant to happen. It was meant to happen. He was to leave Inter. He was to leave Atletico Madrid to join Inter Miami. It was a confirmed deal for 50 million. That was a good deal. And look at it, Mami. So at Atletico Madrid, and now currently speaking, um, yeah, so the Paul isn't in the starting 11 or has been thrown out of the starting 11 lineup. So and now the Paul will it be a good rating or not? He was still at the lineup of Atletico Madrid. Waiting for the terminal thing to load up. Yeah, so at Itemami, it's a good move, a very, very good move. Itemami needed somebody like him on the side. They now they have Sergio Busquets, and on the left DM spot, they have a 64 rated guy from USA. So it is a big upgrade in terms of squad quality. Whatever the ball brings to Inter Miami, that is a good deal for the club. I'll rate it at 8 out of 10. For the player, he has already achieved what he wanted to achieve. And the pot is currently age 31. And he and now speaking yeah, he would be the just 11 of Atletico Madrid. And that's a good deal. I think this deal I'll rate it at a 9 out of 10 for Inter Miami. And yeah, he's an aging player. He's going to retire at some point, so it's a good move for the player. I'll rate it at 8 out of 10. And at some point, you just have to admire because he has won a lot of trophies. He has won the World Cup, and he gets to at least spend time with his best friend, Messi. Yeah, so he also won the World Cup, the Copa America, has won the MLS champion, and time for him to move there permanently. So I think it's a good move for him. So him to move there permanently is a good move, especially for 50 million, and I'll approve for that. Yeah. So the next move is this move, Endrick to Lyon. Yeah, for this move, is it a good move at some point in his career? Endrick wasn't getting minutes at Real Madrid, I think Endrick made a mistake signing for Madrid, ask me, and he should have stayed where he is currently. He should have stayed at the club where Madrid got him from, because Endrick right now. Yeah, so Endrick moved from being third choice at Atletico Madrid, at Real Madrid, and he's going to move to being. He's not even getting bare minutes at. He's not even getting bare minutes at Lyon. And at Lyon, he could be the first rated player. And in terms of us escaping, I think the move is a good move on a loan. The time period is short, 6 months loan. I think at some point, this is a kind of move for Real Madrid to up the value of Endrick so that they don't undersell him and they can recoup at least half of what they paid for him. And for Endrick, it is a chance for him to go out to a less difficult team, get 30 minutes, and what else? Get 30 minutes and get some goals, get increase his confidence, and he can move to a better club in the summer 2026. So judging by this move, I'll say Endrick's move is, for in Madrid's point of view, this is a 9 out of 10. Anything that gets Endrick, the third choice out of the club, is a good move. Is a flop at Real Madrid, and yeah. So for Lyon, it is a 10 out of 10. Number one, because Endrick is a flop at Real Madrid. If he can flop at the second most difficult league in the world, how can you do at the French league? So I think that's a 7 out of 10 based on that element. He's their second, is their first choice in terms of rating, but and currently right now is their second choice. So yeah, for him, it's an upgrade from third place to second place. And I just think it's an interesting move. Six months is a short, long period. I'll have gone for 12 months if I was Endrick. I'll have come back in January next year, next season. Yeah. Another move is Allison to Aston Villa. So Allison has moved from Grims. He has moved from Premier FC 26 to Aston Villa. Allison is currently right now. He's from Brazil. He's a right winger, so he reminds me of, yeah. He's a right winger. Each Emery needed a right winger. Mm, he signed for 10 million. That's a cheap deal for Brazilian. That's a cheap deal. He's coming from the Brazilian league. Mm, so far this season, he has scored 8 goals, seven assists, so 15 GA. But 19 year old, that's not so bad. How long has he been doing his career for? And he just started last season. And for 15 G, that's not so bad. 14 million, it's a cheap deal. Negotiation, I can give it a 9 out of 10. It's a good deal. Mm, Now, the only issue is competition because on the right side, they have Gasmod, they have McKean, and they have Milan. Milan. Milan is playing good form. He's young. So I feel like for Ilison, Edward is at 2 rated, at 1 potential. McKean has been playing well. I think he's signed to be the replacement of McKean in the long term. He's signed to be the replacement of McKean in the long term. Mm, but in terms of the squad quality they do need, I think Sevilla deserves better. In terms of negotiation on what they do need, I would have spent that money on getting another DM. 10 million, I would have spent it on getting another DM because Gasmond, Gassand is a striker. He's still got to be at the club. Milan is a striker. Two of them are strikers playing at right M. Milan can play right M. Rogers can play right M. Rogers can play light M, and yeah, Rogers can play right M. Yeah, Rogers can play right M. So considering that, that's really a good move in terms of what they need. It's 10 million down the train. 15 GA isn't promising numbers to splash 10 million on. I'll have splashed 5 million on. So in terms of this data, 6 out of 10. Is it what the player needs? A player is moving from a club where he is second choice to a club where possibly he's going to be loaned out. So for the player, I'll say it's a 4 out of 10. Yeah, and in terms of long term, it could be a 7 out of 10, but not really an 8 out of 10. If the bottom for squad depth is good squad depth, but will the player be willing to be squad depth for this season before he moves up position? I don't think so. And I just think it's a poor deal that on both sides. Next one is Frankfurt to Milan. Frankfurt to Milan. I feel, what's funny is that West Ham, yeah, so Frankfurt to Milan, it's a 6 months loan deal, and Frankfurt is currently second fiddle to Wilson. So at least Frankfurt is going to a team where he could be second fiddle again. Yeah, so he's joining a Milan side where he, where he is second fiddle to Santiago Santiago Jimenez. Is it a good loan move? Really, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. The purpose of a loan move is to get minutes, and I don't think this loan move is getting any minutes for our lad. Yeah, so I think that deal is a bad loan move, and both for the player, for the club, it's a good loan move. The club gets rotational squad depth. The player is going from one bench to another bench. So for the player, personally, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. For the club, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. They could have gotten a better player as a striker. Also for the player, also what is a boost is West Ham is underperforming. They could be relegated, and so it's a boost for the player. At least he will not go down being relegated that season. So I think that's probably a bad move. Yeah. Well, yeah, this move the player should have thought of a better move. He could have gone to a better club, a club where he could have minutes, a club like Burnley. He'll get some minutes there, but not a club like Milan. Milan has a lot of qualities here. So the next move is Thiago Silva to Porto. Thiago Silva is a good centre back. He's moving to Porto, and it's a free deal. At this point, it's a free deal, and at Brazil League, he performed what he could perform. I think he's moving to a club where he'll make the defensive backline a bit more experienced, especially with Kier and Peperick. So he'll make the backline a bit experienced. So it's a good move for Porto. In terms of experience, those players need a bit of experience. Though another thing could be he could be outrange by pacey wingers. So that's another disadvantage of having an aging centre back, an aging back two. So and plus he has gone to the Brazil league. The Brazil league is not as difficult as it is in the Premier League. It is so he has lost a bit of that. Yeah, so for this move, for the player, it's a good move. He has come back to the Premier League for the well, not to the European competition, and yeah, so for this deal, for the player, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. For the club, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. A 5 out of 10. I don't think it's a good deal. I feel like they could have gone for a younger centre back to improve the back line. I'd rather go for younger than experienced. Yeah, so next move is Romeo for 2 for 3 to Southampton. So Romeo for free to Southampton for the player they are getting 30 minutes. For the player that gets 30 minutes, I don't think at Barcelona he'll have gotten the minutes that he needs. So he's getting good minutes. For Sunderland, no, for Southampton, it's a good move. A good move at the end from the Spanish league. It will bring a lot of physicality. Could it be the move that promotes them back to the Premier League? I don't think so. They still have a lot to do, but it is a start. It's an edging goalkeeper, it's an edging signing, a player that is edging a bit, and currently right now, the player is could have been a choice behind the games, obviously, and but for a club like Southampton, those are choices are basically the best players. So for them, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for the Southampton end. For Barcelona end, they don't really care. They get a player off the World League list, so it's an 8 out of 10. They lose some score depth, but not as bad score depth as quality. And yeah, so it's a good deal for this side. Next thing is Hadara to Lens. One thing I don't understand about this deal is why will he downgrade from Leipzig to Lens? Lens is bottom of the French league currently now. Yeah, so let me check where Lens is. So currently Lens is in League One. He's the top of the table. Could they realistically win the League One? I doubt. I feel like Marcel and PSG could top them. Could they drop? They could drop. The second half will show whether they will drop because certain games to go. But will it be more chances to win? Will you have more chances to win a trophy? At Hadara, he could have chances to win trophies. At no, at Lens, he has chances to win trophies because there's the French. Yeah, so I think for this deal, I'll give it a bad deal. Let me not even check a code. This is a poor deal, but I don't know what he's thinking. For the player, it is a 5 out of 10. A 4 out of 10. He has downgraded himself. I think he's not going to win trophies anytime soon. He's leaving a club where he could have qualified for continuous Champions League. Lens is an off on and off thing, and for Dara, there's something of Leipzig that gives ups a value. So the bad deal for 2 million, Leipzig gets a 2 million. Adara it's a it's a 3 out of 10 move. He should have moved to a better club, not Lens. Now, news, something that I know that will piss off Tottenham fans. Each I don't understand why Tottenham sold is this guy, Brennan Johnson. I know Brian Johnson is a bit inconsistent time to time, but I feel like for Tottenham, for Crystal Palace, they cooked with this deal. Brian Johnson is a pace winger down the right wing. It's what Crystal Palace needs. At 8 million, that's a good deal. And I know Brian Johnson was starting left M, and for Crystal Palace, it means that Brian Johnson is going to a club where you have more chances of winning trophies. So it is an update for him. He has more chances of winning trophies. Crystal Palace has won the FA Cup recently. They've won that in the Conference League, so they could win the Conference League. I, I highly doubt Tottenham will win the Champions League. I highly doubt Tottenham will win any trophies this season. So I think man made a good move for his career. 38 million. Crystal Palace got a good gem. This is a kind of deal where you can actually player and club got a good deal, and Brian Johnson will destroy down the wings of Crystal Palace. Now for Crystal Palace, it means that Brian Johnson just means that Peno can go to the right side. Brian Johnson will play as left winger, and it's what Glasner wanted. Will it be enough to keep Glasner at the job? I hardly doubt, but that's the only. I hardly doubt it will be enough. Yeah. So for this deal, I think I'll give it a 10 out of 10. For Tottenham, they negotiated poorly. Tottenham lost a gem on the left side. I don't know what Tottenham will do to replace that gem. Otherwise, will they plan to play? Unless Tottenham is telling me MTEL will play on the left side. So Tottenham, they do have the squad depth. They can replace him, but his wings, his impact off the bench, they'll miss that. So it's a 6 out of 10. They negotiated a bad deal, but they'll end up regretting letting him go. Yeah, so for Tottenham, I'll say that is a 6 out of 10 for the player and the club. That's a 10 out of 10 for the club is training Palace. Another move is Klopp to Dortmund. Does Brighton need Klopp? I hardly doubt that Brighton need Klopp, but with the way Baleba is performing, I think they need that maturity. But I don't understand why Brighton is starting to sign old players. And you know what it is that they sold this guy for 12 million and they're sending him back for 12 million for 2 million. So they've made profit of 10 million. So I think for this deal, it's a good deal. good deal. It will bring experience to Ali, and it will mature up the DM spot. Mm, it will mature up the DM spot. So I think I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Is it the deal that Brighton needs? Uh, is it the deal that Brighton needs? I don't think it's a deal that Brighton needs. Brighton needs another younger CM off the bench because I think it's blocking the move for a younger CM. I think it's a 6 out of 10. Sorry, I've just played it to 6 out of 10. Next move is Luis Gomery to Sporting. So Luis Gomery is a Brazilian side. I think this is a good move. Brazilians tend to do well in the Portuguese league, and Sporting tends to improve wingers, especially Brazilian wingers. And but is it a good move that he needs currently right now? I doubt it is because he's a left M, he can play right M. But I think with the way Sporting think about is Quenda is leaving at the end of the season to join Chelsea, so he's going to be on the bench. So he'll most likely play right M. So Luis Gameri is moving from also it's a good move for the player personally speaking. The player's escaping relegation spot. Yeah, so he's moving from being on the bench of right M to being a star on in the Portuguese league. So for the player, I'll say it's an 8 out of 10 move. And for the club, it's a 7 out of 10. They needed that is a good proactive signing because they knew that Quenda is leaving to go to Chelsea. So they needed a replacement and it's a good move. Another signing, I feel like I've spoken for Toronto to Lyon. Something that's one thing I don't like is having all players come back. Toronto to Lazio, I think this is a bad deal that they'll end up regretting. Yeah, so I think it's a 6 out of 10 without even analyzing. Another deal is this deal. Now, what I don't know is how good that player is. So, this deal, Castellanos, let me check that. Yeah, so for West Ham, West Ham this is a good deal. He's signing from he's signing from Live Latium, so it's a good deal for West Ham. 29 million was a good fee. Could it be the man to push Wilson? I think West Ham did an upgrade. Frankfurt out to Milan. It was a big stake on on Frankfurt side, and then West Ham went to get a better striker. So it's an upgrade for them because Wilson can now drop to being a backup striker, and this guy can be starting striker. So for this deal, I see it as a 9 out of 10. Could it be enough to rescue? Could it be enough to rescue the West Ham out of relegation? I don't think so, but I don't think so. Yeah, but will it add quality? It will. Now another deal I don't understand is this deal. It's moving from one bench to another bench. I think this deal is just a poor deal. I don't understand. Like, what's the purpose of getting an old goalkeeper to be your third goalkeeper when you can just have your third goalkeeper as a youth player? So I think this deal, personally speaking, is a 4 out of 10. Next deal. These are deals that are almost done. You can talk about now Saminio to Man City. Saminio to Man City. So Saminio had a chance to sign for United. The Pratt had a chance to sign for United, but he didn't sign for United. So I was even about to do a deal about this, but I doubted he'll get signed for United. I doubted. But anyway, it is a confirmed deal. Samuel to City for 74 million. This is a confirmed deal. And I'm going to share something. Let me share something. So Samuel to City. What about the deal quality? So Semenyo is a kind of player that can play left M. Wait for it. Semenyo can play straight and center forward. So in this lineup, Ramos is here. Ramos will most likely go back to being striker in the starting 11. So Ramos could play here. Now Semenyo will come with his setting. Semenyo playing left winger. I see Semenyo playing left winger. He'll come. I think it's a good upgrade. Semenyo on top, Dogo off the bench. So if I look at it from that aspect, don't know where to separate to. Yeah, so if I look at it from that aspect, Semenyo is a good signing. I'll give City this is a good signing, a really good signing. He's a little winger. I'll give City a net out of 10. I don't understand the signing because City, to be honest, needs a CM more than a left winger. City needs a fullback more than a left winger. So I don't understand the prosperity of the deal. For Semenyo, he's moving to a club where he still be the starting player on the left side. So it's a 10 out of 10 for Semenyo. He will win trophies, he will win everything he wants. So it's a 10 out of 10. And for City, that money could have we spent somewhere else. So it's a 7 out of 10. Yeah. Now another deal is Zaxi. Another deal is Zaxi to Roma. Now I don't know whether this deal will continue because United's manager situation is currently a question mark, and I know Zaxi to Roma will mean that Manu Con is coming to Man United. Hope it means that way. And if it does, it's a good. If it does, I'll sell Zaxi anytime to get Manu Con in. And for the deal, it's a good deal. Loan with an option to buy at next season. It will mean that United can invest in CMs. It means that United can invest in a left winger. They can get a striker. So it's a good deal, a very very good deal. It Even though Man United uses the attacking midfielder, but the way I look at it, the money improves the quality. Yeah, the money will improve the quality of the team. So next thing is we want Sterling to Fulham. Sterling to Fulham. It's actually a good deal for the club. Fulham needs as Fulham really need another Chelsea reject. I hardly doubt Fulham needs another Chelsea reject. Yeah, Sterling hasn't been playing for long. He's a pacey winger. Could he have the same impact that Grealish is having at Everton? I don't think so. But could he be improving Chelsea, Fulham? He could be improving Fulham, especially on the left side. So it is for Chelsea, it's a good deal. 9 out of 10. They get rid of a player they don't need. They shouldn't have signed him in the first place. And for Fulham, if they're signing him, it's a bad deal. Yeah. So yeah. So for Sterling to Fulham, free deal, good deal for Fulham. Good, all parties win. Fulham could have gotten a faster winger, but I guess it is Fulham at the end of the day. Next deal, Chiesa to Juventus. I know apparently as suspected that Chiesa could be going back to Juventus. It's a matter of when rather than how. Yeah, so for Chiesa to Juventus, that is Liverpool to it's a good deal. Does Juventus need him back? I think Juventus is doing quite well with Valdez, but they can't you can't reject a person like Chiesa. Chiesa hasn't been performing quite well, but again, I think for Chiesa this could be an average deal with a 5 out of 10 for both sides. Liverpool gets rid of a player they don't need. Juventus gets rid of a player they don't need. So mutual interest. Warner to St. John's earthquake. Warner is his career is basically done in yeah his career in England in Europe is basically done. And for Warner, I think this is a good deal, 10 out of 10 for all players. For Leipzig, they get rid of a player who's inconsistent, and they're, they're a good deal. Yeah. Now we're moving to half deals. Yeah, so I think I'm done. Basically, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Yeah, almost reaching 1K subs, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.